So now we're going to change. Now there's a change in what we've been doing. We've actually, everything we've done now is 22 vinyasas. Now we come into Marichyasana C and D, which only have 18 vinyasas each. And we can explain to you why it happens, why we're there. And it's pretty simple. But anyway, it's a different approach now. Now we're going to start creating twists in the body. And so we come to, again, the 7th position of Surya Namaskar. Again, we're getting this oomph. Now we need to bend the legs. So we're again bending the legs. Same principles. You can let the legs slide on the floor, bring it back, or move from middle down and bend the leg. And what I'll suggest you do here, and again, I do it with the heel close to the perineum. I don't take the foot forward and sideways. Many people do that, it helps them balance, but ideally the posture is back here. You can do it the other ways, but this is where it's supposed to be. And if you see Krishnamacharya, Pattabhi, this is where they have the heel in those positions. So the first thing I do is open the joint. I want to make sure it's relaxed. So it's like the leg is loose, which means the groin is loose. Then I'll open it a little bit, and then I'll turn and twist. Okay, so I've already created the twisting with the open groin, which is giving me much more space to turn. Then I'll let the leg come back, bring the arm in front, and then a binding will happen. So you create the binding that way. Okay. If I'm going to release, I like to put the hand here to release. It doesn't matter so much here, but in D, sometimes a lot of pressure for the leg release, so you can hold the leg in place as you release the position. So it's just something I've got a habit of doing. Okay, so again, the position is that we want to get the feeling we're lifting up. Let the leg open, twist, bring it back. Already the twist is there, then the arm can come back, can reach the other arm around. So I'm going to get Helen to come and do it. So from 7th position of Paschimottanasana, you bend the leg, let it be relaxed here, so it can actually, you want to feel it as if it can just fall down to the floor, as in Baddha Konasana. So she lifts up your back, but open it and then turn. So you just turn. Now there's a lot more space in the groin. Then the leg can come back very gently. Then she can go forward and reach around. This arm again goes up, and it's just the reaching of the fingers to come behind the back. And breathing in, left foot is active by just spreading the toes so the muscles of the legs are activated enough. She wants to feel like she wants to lift up, but doesn't. And then each breath she breathes in, as she exhales, she can just squeeze the hands together, squeeze the fingers, whatever she grabs, just squeeze. It'll connect to the lower dantian, which will turn, and then she lifts and twists a bit more. So it's a gradual process. Every breath, back off a little bit. Exhale, inhale, lift and turn. Back off a little bit. Press, lift and turn within each breath. So every breath we go a little bit more. You back off, you go a little bit more. And again, this is going to allow the chi to flow, to come out. So this is Sapta. We've created all this movement is still Sapta. Now because there's going to be less vinyasas, Ashto is to release and lift up and then jump back. So there's no place in the middle where we stop and relax. We just release and lift. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, come down. Ekadasha. Dwadasha, and do the left side. And the other side. So now, again, we're going to see it from the back. This hip opens, releasing the groin. She turns and then brings, once the turning is there, she can now bring the leg back. And there's a lot more space in which to reach around. Again, this arm comes up and it's just this gentle reaching and taking it back so she can reach and grab the wrist. Then inhale, create the oomph. Try to lift up. In the exhalation, just squeeze the hand. So this gentle breathing in, squeeze, and create a bit more twist. Relax, and this relaxation will allow the breath to flow. Squeeze. This foot, toes are flexing, keeping the activity and the grounding of the leg. Then inhale. So we're there. I generally tend to, at the end of the exhalation, start to turn and release, and then inhale, release, lift up, jump back. So now we're at Triodasha, Chaturdasha, Urdhva Mukha, and then Panchadasha, and then Sapta, become fruit. Good deed. Okay, so Marichyasana. See, again, the variations would be depending on the flexibility, but ideally, again, keeping this relaxed, opening up, releasing, and then turning it. If you cannot twist, you can put the arm here, put this hand down on the floor, breathe in. As you exhale, push the hand down, connecting, and then try and create the twist. So if you haven't got the ability to bind, this would be an alternative. Of course, depending on where you are in your practice, how flexible you are, depends on where you're going to go. But this would be a starting position. From there, trying to get to the finished position where you're actually binding. So you're trying to get to here, but you're going to actually start from here or something like that. So you're actually still learning to twist. And just the twisting of the body is enough to activate and massage, compress, whatever it's going to do to the internal organs, which is what you're actually working with, internal organs, giving them lots of chi, which comes from the twisting and the squashing of one side, releasing of the other. Okay, thank you. Good. So Marichyasana, C, the easy one. Okay, thank you.